You're doing everything right to rebuild your financial standing this year, but you keep getting hit with constant denials. This side-by-side bar chart shows exactly what you're up against. The average credit card interest rate is hovering around a painful 19.4%, and if you have poor or thin credit, subprime rates easily exceed 28%. Modern secured cards function as sophisticated financial instruments, offering competitive rewards and automated management tools that were previously reserved for premium credit lines. Today's best secured products provide cashback categories that rival standard cards, automated AI-assisted credit building, and pathways that require zero hard pulls on your credit report. Effectively rebuilding your credit depends on matching your specific monthly cash flow to the right card category. To escape the subprime trap efficiently, you have to pick your secured asset framework based entirely on the liquid cash you have available right now. We'll start with the heavyweight rewards category. These cards are built for users who can comfortably afford to lock up a standard, upfront security deposit. The Discover It Secured credit card leads this group. You earn 2% cash back at gas stations and restaurants on your first $1,000 in quarterly purchases, plus 1% on everything else. At year one's end, Discover automatically matches all cash back earned. The trade-off here is the entry cost. It requires a $200 minimum deposit, but Discover automatically reviews your account for an upgrade to an unsecured card in as little as 7 months. Then there is the U.S. Bank Cash Plus Secured Visa. This card lets you select 2 categories each quarter, like utilities or streaming, to earn 5% cash back on your first $2,000 in combined purchases, plus 2% on an everyday category. You'll need a slightly higher $300 minimum deposit for the U.S. Bank card, but it carries a $0 annual fee. Earning 5% back on a credit builder product is practically unheard of, but chasing these rewards requires strict discipline. If you carry a balance, those 2026 interest rates will instantly wipe out your cashback gains. This category is built strictly for the rebuilding optimizer, someone who has $200 to $300 in liquid cash and wants to maximize their return on investment while establishing a payment history. Tying up hundreds of dollars in a security deposit is impossible for many people living paycheck to paycheck right now. That brings us to the low deposit champions, specifically the Capital One Platinum Secured Credit Card. Depending on your specific credit profile, Capital One allows you to unlock a $200 credit line for a refundable security deposit of just $49 or $99. The trade-off is that this card offers zero cashback. And because your limit is capped at $200, you will likely need to make multiple mid-month payments to keep your credit utilization low. This path is designed for the cash-strapped builder. Your primary goal here is establishing a positive payment history without draining your essential cash reserves. If you want to avoid hard credit checks entirely, 2026 offers a strong lineup of fintech disruptors. These apps bypass legacy banking structures. The Chime card uses the money already sitting in your linked account to build your credit. There is no minimum deposit required, no annual fee, and zero APR because you physically cannot carry a debt balance. The Current Build card uses a similar model. As you swipe, Current automatically holds the spent funds in reserve to pay your monthly bill. It creates a completely debt-proof system. For international students or newcomers to the U.S., the First Card Secured Credit Builder allows you to apply using just an ITN or a passport, completely bypassing the need for a social security number. The accessibility comes with caveats. First Card introduces a subscription-based annual fee, and fintech cards generally do not report traditional credit utilization to the bureaus. This category is for the credit-averse or system outsider. You are choosing a safe, guardrailed environment over traditional banking rewards. This chart maps a 24-month trajectory of balances rising and falling to zero, showing how 2026 models evaluate trended data. Paying your card completely every month reveals this pattern, lenders classifying you as a transactor and reward your behavior. Capitalizing on this trended data requires exact cash flow management. It leaves zero margin for error on your payment due dates. This shift also debunks a massive credit myth. Locking up $2,000 or $5,000 in a massive security deposit will not help you graduate to an unsecured card any faster. Data from major issuers shows that graduation is tied almost entirely to the length of your relationship with the bank and the consistency of your on-time payments. The math is clear. Put down the minimum required deposit for your chosen card and park the rest of your cash in a high-yield savings account where it can earn 4% to 5% interest. Let's match your current constraints to the right credit-building framework. The first question on this matrix is simple. Do you have $200 to $300 in liquid cash? If you do, and you want maximum rewards, choose the Discover It or the U.S. Bank Cash Plus cards. If you are strapped for cash but can spare $49, the Capital One Platinum is your necessary stepping stone to establish a history. And if you lack a Social Security number or fear falling into high-interest debt, bypass legacy banks entirely with Chime, Current, or First Card. Whichever path you choose, prioritizing financial consistency over flashy deposits is the fastest way to graduate to an unsecured line and lower your future cost of borrowing. By picking the tool that fits your current budget and keeping your surplus cash in a high-yield account, you establish the verifiable payment history lenders require to grant you better rates in the future.